Kira and welcome to another video. As you might be able to tell from the sunshine around me, today is a beautiful day. I have daffodils behind me as well, and that means that spring is literally just around the corner. Spring, of course, means March. It's currently almost the end of February, and with March, I have a very exciting announcement to share with you all. In a couple of TBRs that I've shared this year, a classics TBR, a big books TBR, and most recently, my March TBR for the 'Tis the Damn Readathon, I've mentioned I want to read a particularly daunting book, and that book is, of course, Middlemarch by George Eliot. And as it turns out, I'm very much not alone in my desire to read this book. At the very beginning of the year, when I was discussing big book ambitions with some of my friends, it turned out that my friend Mary from the channel Mary Among Stories also wanted to read Middlemarch this year, so we naturally decided that a buddy read would be really fun. But then since both mentioning it in various vlogs and TBRs and all that kind of stuff, we've realised that there are actually so many people wanting to read Middlemarch but have been daunted by it or scared or put off or have been a little bit nervous to tackle it on their own. So for that reason, we thought instead of just doing a buddy read as just the two of us, we would open it up and make it a big group affair. Because reading is always more fun when you do it with friends, and with a book this big, we figure the more people on board, the better. The more people we can discuss our reading experience with, motivate each other with, and basically just have a much more fun time, I think, than if we all tackled it on our own. So Middlemarch is obviously friggin' gigantic, so we are splitting this readathon up across 6 weeks. The book in total has 87 chapters. And I literally made that noise when I found out that it had 87 chapters because I had to ask myself, Kira, what are you doing? But I thought, you know what, it'll be fun, there'll be loads of us taking part, and it'll just be a really fun experience and such a great achievement when we get to the end of those 87 chapters. But we figured that splitting it out over 6 weeks would be a nice way to make that reading experience a little bit less daunting. So as this video goes live, it is the 1st of March officially, so welcome to the month of spring, how exciting. And we're going to be starting this readathon, or this buddy read, in exactly 1 week on the 8th of March. So in week 1 of the readathon, which will be the 8th of March to the 14th of March, we'll be reading the first 14 chapters, chapter 1 to chapter 14. On week 2, which is March 15th to March 21st, which is the official start date of spring, how exciting, we'll be reading chapters 15 to 30. Week 3, which is March 22nd to the 28th of March, we'll be reading chapters 31 to 45, which will take us to about halfway through the book. Week 4 is the 29th of March to the 4th of April, and we'll be reading from chapters 46 to chapter 60. Week 5 is the 5th of April to the 11th of April, and we'll be reading chapter 61 to 75. And then finally, week 6 is the 12th of April to the 18th of April, and we'll be reading chapter 76 to 87 and finishing the book. What a glorious conclusion to what will be a challenging but hopefully very rewarding reading experience. And of course, this is going to be a lengthy reading experience taking place over 6 weeks, and it's probably going to be quite a challenge. I know I'm definitely going to find it challenging. So we are going to have a Discord set up for the Middlemarch buddy read, where we can all chat, keep each other motivated, share our thoughts on the book, and the sections on the Discord are going to be split into each week of the readathon. So we're going to have week 1 featuring the chapters that we're reading in week 1, and so on and so forth until week 6, which means that whether you read ahead or whether you are a little bit further behind, or of course completely on schedule, it'll be really easy to know which chats you can participate in without giving spoilers and all of that kind of stuff. So it should be really easy to take part and still chat with everyone without worrying about not being far enough ahead or getting spoilers or anything like that. And the Discord is basically just going to be a really fun place to chat with everyone about your thoughts, which I think is always so motivating with such a big book, and it's just going to be a really fun little Middlemarch focused community. I honestly know so little about Middlemarch going in, aside from the fact that it's big, has lots of characters, I think is slow paced and very much a character driven novel, but I'm already so excited to read it just because I know that I'm going to be reading it alongside Mary and hopefully loads of you as well, which I think will just make the experience so much fun. Now, of course, the readathon finishes on the 18th of April, and Mary and I are hoping to do a live show towards the end of April, where we can conclude the experience and chat about all of our thoughts in great detail. The live show will probably be a week or two after the official end of the readathon, so again, if you've been a little bit behind in the reading schedule and haven't managed to finish by the 18th of April, you'll still have a couple of weeks to finish completely before joining us for the live show. And we will be sharing more information about the specific date of the live show and whose channel you'll be able to find it on and times and all of that kind of stuff closer to the time after we've actually finished the book. But then, as well as a conclusive live show, we'll definitely be really active in the Discord chat, keeping you all updated on our progress with the book. And we're also planning to host some live reading sprints at a few different occasions throughout the month as well. So on the Discord, as well as the chats for each section of the book, you'll also be able to find a section called events. And on there, we'll be sharing information about when live sprints will be taking place, information about the live show, any live chats that we'll be doing, and all of that kind of stuff. So you can keep up to date with that all in there on the Discord under the events section. With a big book like this, I feel like the more fun events we can include, the more enjoyment we're all going to get from the reading experience, and hopefully the more engaging it will be. So I'm really excited to participate along with all of you guys and hopefully just make Middlemarch, which can be quite a daunting prospect, into as fun of a reading experience as possible. And I think that is everything that you need to know about the Middlemarch Buddy Read, which Mary and I are both so excited about, and I hope some of you who've also mentioned that you're planning on reading Middlemarch soon will be just as excited as we are. And if Middlemarch has been sitting on your shelves collecting dust and just scaring you from a distance, maybe this is your opportunity to read it and make it basically as fun as it possibly can be. Mary's channel, Mary Among Stories, will of course be linked in the description box down below, so please do go and check her out. Her content is so cozy and wholesome and wonderful, and I absolutely love it, as well as just, loving her because she is great. So Mary's channel will be linked down in the description box, as will the Discord, where you can come over and join us for a really fun, engaging and interactive Middlemarch Buddy Read experience. I will also list the schedule for each section of chapters in the description box down below as well, so you can refer to it there, but you will be able to find that info on the Discord chat as well. But for now, thank you so much for listening. I hope you're as excited about the Middlemarch Buddy Read as I am. I'm nervous, but mostly excited because I think this is going to be a really fun and rewarding reading experience. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.